The shut-in girl put on a school uniform and spent 2 hours putting on makeup, but when she showed her perfect face in front of her younger brother, everything still felt wrong. Annie had been a shut-in since childhood. Even though no boys had ever confessed to her in real life, in games she had dated more than 10 boyfriends. Her success in games gave her a lot of confidence. She believed that after school started, she would definitely become the most popular beauty in school. However, 2 months had already passed since school began, and not a single person talked to her. Annie thought it was because her grades were bad, so she decided to get good scores on the upcoming midterm exams, believing that by then her classmates would naturally try to get close to her. Thinking that, after school Annie hurried home to study. But when she reached the school gate, the teacher simply said, "Be careful on your way home," and Annie froze. She hadn't talked to anyone besides her family for months, and she was so nervous she couldn't even say goodbye. To make her high school life more normal, Annie practiced conversations with boys in games. In the game, she had no trouble talking at all, and her way of speaking even left the male NPCs speechless. After enough dialogue practice, Annie started learning how to dress better. She put on the JK uniform she had kept in her closet for years, but when she looked in the mirror, she thought she was so ugly she almost threw up. Because of that, she started searching online for all kinds of makeup tutorials. After studying for hours, Annie decided to show her results to her brother first, but she ended up scaring him. Seeing that no matter how she dressed it didn't work, Annie decided to keep practicing conversations instead. But the game was too easy, so she went to her brother for help. He wanted to refuse, but Annie threatened him, so he had no choice but to agree. What he didn't expect was that Annie's first question was, "Am I pretty?" He didn't want to hurt her feelings, so he said, "Just average."
中の下それともっていうかあんたの洋服ってそもそもどれ
Soon, the midterms were over. Annie still didn't become the center of attention. But luckily, after training with her brother every day, she could at least greet teachers normally. She could even talk with the male cashier at the convenience store. So she went alone to a burger shop to reward herself. Unexpectedly, she ran into some classmates there. Annie panicked instantly. They were sitting near the exit, so no matter how she left, she would run into them. In a hurry, she remembered how ugly she looked when dressed up, so to avoid being recognized, she deliberately made herself look uglier. Although they noticed her uniform, they didn't recognize her. Just when she felt relieved, she ran into her younger brother at the stairs. Their eyes met, and he was completely speechless. At that moment, he wished he didn't have a sister like Annie, and his classmates even said she looked ugly. Annie completely broke down. She swore she would never come to this burger shop again. After returning home, she still felt embarrassed about it. Just then, her middle school friend Lena suddenly called her and invited Annie to meet on Saturday. Annie agreed without thinking, because Lena was her only friend. Back in middle school, Lena had also been a shut-in, and they became friends because they shared the same interests. But they hadn't seen each other since graduation. Annie realized that when they met, Lena would definitely ask how her high school life had been, but she didn't have any good experiences to talk about. So before Saturday, she wanted to create something interesting to share with Lena. After arriving at the classroom, Annie remembered an anime where the heroine was called Cute because she ate a lot, so after class she immediately tried it. She secretly took a few bites of her lunch when no one was watching, but the scene she imagined didn't happen. Instead, her classmates laughed at her and called her a glutton. By Friday, Annie still hadn't found anything worth sharing. While she was worrying about it, the teacher suddenly arranged for her and Jack to make up art class credits together. Annie imagined